Good evening and welcome to FSCTV. I'm Kate Murphy.
And I'm Andrew Pauling. Tonight on FSCTV, student discount card, Sanders wins New Hampshire, and Ross Spano faces additional inquiry.
From Studio A on the campus of Florida Southern College, this is FSC TV.
Last Friday, Florida Southern students received an email signed by Dean of Students Mike Crawford announcing that the college has dismissed a faculty member in the psychology department following an investigation into an inappropriate relationship with a former student. Representatives of the college declined to disclose the name of this professor, stating, quote, "We have no additional information to share apart from what has already been shared with the FSC community," end quote. The college received a complaint about the relationship on January 31st, and the professor was immediately placed on leave pending an investigation. Dean Crawford said in an interview earlier this week that, quote, "I want students to know that their voices are heard on this campus on all levels, that students are listened to, and that we take what they say very seriously," end quote. This story is still developing, and as soon as more information becomes available, we will be the first to share it with you right here on FSC TV.
At Convocation yesterday, Omicron Delta Kappa President Carson Mitchell welcomed in 20 new members to the Florida Southern College Circle. Membership into ODK is awarded to juniors and seniors who rank in the top 35% in scholastic achievement, and members must demonstrate exceptional leadership in multiple areas of campus life, including scholarship, athletics, campus and community service, and creative and performing arts, among others. Omicron Delta Kappa was established at Florida Southern in 1951 and is considered a presidential circle nationally. Student Body President Arjit Tipernini announced yesterday at Convocation that SGA would be instituting a student discount card available to use at various locations throughout Lakeland. The card combines already available student discounts at certain locations as well as new discounts at restaurants, coffee shops, and mechanics. Tipernini said that there will be 15 locations where students will be able to receive discounts, but he hopes to increase that as the semester goes on.
Florida Southern's Greek recruitment has come to a close. Here's Ariel Molinaro with her final report.
Last Saturday, nearly 70 men accepted a bid to one of the 7 fraternities on campus. In total, 214 students accepted a bid from a fraternity or a sorority during this spring's recruitment process. This is the first semester that Greek organizations have participated in a deferred recruitment process. Greek-affiliated students now make up just over 26% of the student population at Florida Southern. For FSC TV, I'm Ariel Molinaro.
The theater department is set to open Cabaret for a 2-week run tonight at 7:30 p.m. in the Branscombe Auditorium. Set in a 1920s Berlin nightclub, Cabaret explores the dark, heady, and tumultuous life of Berlin's native and expatriates as Germany slowly yields to the emerging Third Reich. Members of the cast performed a piece from the show at the conclusion of Convocation yesterday. Tickets are free for Florida Southern students, faculty, and staff with your college ID, and the show will close on Sunday, February 23rd.
Men's and women's basketball picked up a pair of wins over rival Rollins last night. The women ran away from Rollins in a 74-59 win, while the men picked up a 77-72 win in comeback fashion. The teams head to Nova Southeastern on Saturday for a matchup scheduled to be aired on ESPN3. Men's and women's golf both picked up third-place finishes in their tournaments earlier this week, 4 moccasins placed in the top 10 individually. In upcoming events, the swim team heads to Clearwater to compete in the SSC Championship meet, while baseball plays host to Lincoln Memorial for a 3-game series this weekend. That series can be live streamed on fscmocs.com/live. The Detroit Tigers are set to begin their 86th year of spring training here in Lakeland, Florida, as the team is set to report on Sunday. The Tigers are hoping to rebound off a dismal 2019 season in which the team failed to reach 50 wins. The Tigers are set to open spring training next Saturday against the Phillies at 1:05 p.m. at Joker Marchant Stadium.
U.S. Representative Ross Spano is facing an inquiry from the Florida Bar over possible rules violations during his 2018 congressional campaign. Spano is currently under federal investigations for possible violations of campaign finance laws. First reported by the Lakeland Ledger, the Florida Bar is investigating Spano for, quote, possible campaign finance violations over irregularities in loans that may, if proven, be violations of the rules regulating the Florida Bar, end quote. Spano faces multiple challengers in his re-election campaign, including Florida Representative Adam Hattersley of Brandon and Alan Cohn of Tampa.
Yesterday afternoon, the Florida State House advanced a bill which would revoke the independent status of Florida Polytech University and New College of Florida. Representative Randy Fine of Palm Bay pointed to the high cost to taxpayers for producing degrees at these schools. The proposed legislation would make Florida Poly part of the University of Florida system and New College part of the Florida State University system. There has been strong outlash to the legislation, and there is no companion legislation in the Senate.
Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders won the New Hampshire Democratic primary late Tuesday night. He won 9 pledged delegates with approximately 26% of votes. Mayor Pete Buttigieg nearly tied with 9 pledged delegates and about 24% of the vote. Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar won 6 delegates and had almost 20% of votes. Andrew Yang, Deval Patrick, and Michael Bennet all ended their Democratic presidential bids that night. President Trump won the Republican primary as the incumbent by a landslide with all 20 pledged delegates and over 85% of the vote. Tribal lands are being threatened as the construction process for President Trump's border wall continues. Blasts and bulldozing have been ongoing in the area of the Oregon Pipe Cactus National Monument, which is both a resting site for Apache warriors and an international biosphere. This has worried both environmentalists and some Native Americans. The construction risks damage to the burial site and the nearby Quito Baquito Springs, a sacred pilgrimage site and the only home to 2 endangered species. Representative Raul Grijalva released a video on his Twitter in which he criticized the progress of the wall's construction, saying, quote, "They are on a schedule. They have to build X amount of wall every day, regardless of any consequence of any sacred site," end quote.
A standard poodle won the 144th Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show on Tuesday for the first time since 1991. Seba, a black standard poodle, took Best in Show over 2 repeat Best in Show contestants and a fan favorite Golden Retriever. Daniel, the Golden Retriever, was attempting to be the first Best in Show in the contest history. Westminster is the dog show circuit's big night in Madison Square Garden, where more than 2,600 entries were narrowed into a final field of 7 before the best is selected. South Korean comedy thriller Parasite made history at Sunday's 92nd Academy Awards as it became the first foreign language film to win Best Picture. It also won Best Original Screenplay and International Feature Film as Bong Joon-ho won Best Director. Sam Mendes' 1917 won 3 awards, while Martin Scorsese's The Irishman left empty-handed. Renee Zellweger won Best Actress for Judy, while Joaquin Phoenix won Best Actor for Joker. And that's your news for this week. We'll be back with you guys next Thursday at 5 on FSCTV. I'm Andrew Pauling.
And I'm Kate Murphy. Until then, you can follow us on Twitter at TV_FSC or on Facebook at FSCTV.